Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. My name is Elizabeth Howard, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of Hedera's governing council members, Wipro. Yeah, we're going to go over Wipro. I already made a video on IBM, LG. Now Wipro is the next one, and I'll continue going through the rest of the governing council members. So don't forget to hit subscribe and like this video if you find any of this information valuable whatsoever. But I am enjoying going over the governing council members because I think it's very important that Hedera has this council. There's so much expertise that each one of these enterprises has to offer. I can't wait to find out more and do some research. So as I was doing my research, I wanted to let y'all know out there how awesome this project is. I keep buying more and more hbar. I can't get enough. I have a feeling this is going to be one of the big winners in the next bull market. I have to tell you the backstory about Wipro, and then we'll get to the updates. All right, everybody, let's check out Wipro right now. Let's keep in mind that Wipro became one of Hedera's governing council members in 2020, but this company started way back when, in 1945. Let's take a look. So like I was saying, back in the day, in 1945, Western India Vegetable Oil Products Limited was Wipro. Yeah, they sold vegetable oil. They actually sold sunflower oil, and they were the first ones to ever sell bulk to retailers at a low price. But sadly, the man who started Western India Vegetable Oil Products Limited, Muhammad PREMJI, he died of a heart attack in 1966. But his son took over. He was actually studying at Stanford University here in the US for engineering. His name is AZIM. He wanted to diversify and expand the business, but his family was telling him, don't do it. His friends and family doubted him. They said, you don't even have experience in this. What are you doing over here? Just go back to school and we got this. Maybe let's close it down. Let's give it to somebody here in the family who has a little bit more experience. But AZIM said, no, I'm going to take it over. He said, I'm going to expand this. He says, quote, we were the pioneers in packaging for the mass market. We went from bulk packs to consumer packs. So they expanded their marketing and distribution industry in 1975. They took down their vegetable oil company. 1975. That's whenever they started to spread their wings. Now in the 70s, they sure did expand because their consumer care division expanded to soaps, toiletries, and even baby products. They even launched Wipro Fluid Power, an operation that manufactured hydraulic and pneumatic cylinders. They were all over the place. They expanded their company even further into IT and healthcare equipment, such as ultrasounds. But check this out. In the mid-1970s, the computer industry developed. It was a big boom, and the Indian government was the largest purchaser of computers sold in India. Now, IBM and Motorola, they took advantage of India's low-cost engineering, but in 1977, the Indian government wasn't having it with IBM anymore. They threw them out, actually, over an investment dispute. Well, PREMJI, he actually took advantage of this, and in 1980, he launched IT for domestic market. Right? So he started selling computers, making and selling computers to the Indian government. They diversified even further to software in 1984. In 1989, General Electric partnered with Wipro to make ultrasound devices and other medical instruments throughout India and South Asia. They were the third largest supplier for IT labors, and in 1992 expanded even more to lighting and pharmaceutical pharma labs. In 1998, they set up shop in an Indian Silicon Valley. We're going to check that out and see what they have going on now. A lot of videos out there that, these employees talk about the work conditions, the living conditions, and we're going to go check that out a little bit later here in the video. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe also to this video. Now, Wipro's products include, but not limited to, personal care, healthcare, lighting, smart IoT based products. Services they offer are digital strategy, IT services, consulting and outsourcing services, managed services, and digital transformation services. So, what does Hedera see in Wipro? What does Wipro see in Hedera? Well, check this out in this article that is on the Hedera website. It says it was put here on March 18th, 2020. Over here, talking about what they think Wipro will bring to the table. The Hedera Governing Council delivers governance model that is designed for ongoing decentralization and is considered industry leading for DLT governance, a status strengthened by the addition of Wipro to the council. Now that's cool. So they do see some strength probably in their marketing and their products and their distribution, everything that they've accomplished that we just went over right now. They definitely have seen the potential of joining forces with them. So Harman concluded Wipro joining the Hedera Governing Council highlights our commitment to developers and a rapidly emerging need for blockchain innovation. With a global presence, Wipro is a prime example of a leading multinational entity making the right moves in the future and adoption of DLT. Joining the Hedera Governing Council alongside with other enterprises is a strong signal of their intent to be the forefront of distributed ledger technology as Hedera grows in the months and years ahead. Now let's check out one of their general meetings. I think it's super important that we check out their updates, like how they are doing right now, what they see for the future, and pretty much what's going on with them in general. But RISHAD PREMJI, he is the son of the Wipro head AZIM PREMJI and was named as the successor of his father. He was until recently the chief strategy officer at Wipro and took over as chairman of Wipro in July 2019. So, he's got a lot of experience already. He had his dad there. His grandpa was in the business also. I think he's pretty well qualified to be sitting up here. And we're going to take a listen to what he says right now.
Financial year 21-22 was a momentous year for us at Wipro. We crossed the $10 billion mark in revenue this year. When I look back at the journey of Wipro that we've traveled in these last 77 years, from a tiny oil mill in Amalner in Western India to a global technology company with presence in over 66 countries and employing nearly 250,000 people today, I feel humbled, but also immensely proud that we have managed to reach here on a bedrock of strong values. Overall, we had a fantastic year, and I want to thank Thierry and the entire Wipro team for this solid performance. In the last 2 years, under Thierry's leadership, Wipro has seen a new direction while building on our strong legacy and core strengths of the organization. Let me quickly share some highlights of the year gone by. Revenue grew 27.3% year on year in reported currency. We also ended the year with strong order booking and closed 37 large deals in TCV of over $2.3 billion. For the full year, the EPS was rupees 22.35 per share, up 17% year on year, and the operating cash flows were at 110.8 billion rupees, which was at 90.7% of our net income. Our gross cash was at $4.6 billion, and our net cash was at $2.6 billion. Our payout through buyback and dividends, including dividend distribution tax to our shareholders for the year financial year 22 on a trailing 3-year basis was 81.6% of our net income. Wipro was born in an uncertain time. The Second World War had just ended and India was still under colonial rule. Not only did we overcome those hardships, we grew stronger, bigger, and more resilient in these years to come. An armed international conflict is underway, and we are staring at a huge climate and energy crisis. And yet, I remain optimistic. COVID has changed our relationship with technology forever. Driven by the pandemic, all of us, individuals and businesses, have discovered new ways to work together at scale with technology. This tectonic shift in the adoption of technology has impacted every customer we serve in every industry in the world. Demand for digital, cloud, data, and cybersecurity services is growing and will continue to grow as more and more of our customers adapt to the new world order. And so, despite some elements of uncertainty in the short term, the long-term prospects of the technology industry services industry look very good. We at Wipro are doing everything we can to seize this moment. As enterprises adopt digital business models, they face significant challenges in navigating a complex ecosystem with multiple providers that are difficult to manage. They need an end-to-end transformation partner to orchestrate digital transformation for them. This is where we intend to play. We have completely transformed our structure and our operating model. We have gone from being industry organized to being market organized, supported by our global capability units. We have added new talent across the board, with particular emphasis on women leaders. Our leadership team is more diverse now. We have several new leaders who bring in a fresh mindset, even as many leaders in the top 200 mark a decade or more at Wipro. We are much more growth obsessed than before. We are driving deep strategic partnerships with the hyperscalers and increasing our focus on large deals. We have also invested in a chief growth office function and changed the seniority and maturity of our sales leaders. We have also invested significantly in acquisitions, either to gain market access or to acquire new capabilities. We completed 6 acquisitions in the last few quarters: Capco, our largest ever acquisition, Ampion, Lean Swift, Agile, the CAS Group, and most recently in May of this year, Rising. Each acquisition fulfills a different piece of the puzzle, creating new synergies and differentiators for us in key strategic markets and deepening our consulting domain expertise in high growth industries. Cloud is at the core of most transformation initiatives, with a significant headroom for growth in the coming years. We have long been a cloud services pioneer. We are now investing $1 billion in Wipro Full Stride Cloud Services over the next few years to deliver an orchestrated transformation that accelerates business results for clients. We will continue our investments to build capabilities and acquire market-leading talent in strategic growth areas, whether they be cyber, data, AI, and our engineering business. The future of technology is exciting and opportunity-rich. We are accelerating our investments in TopCoder, our crowdsourcing platform, and in emerging areas such as the metaverse, Web 3.0, robotics, self-learning AI, and privacy systems. We're also very proud of our culture and values. It is a huge differentiator for us, and it is important that people experience it. To me, culture represents the soul of the organization. Reinforcing our values and assimilating people in our culture become even more important, given that a significant percentage of our organization is new to the company and that we continue to work in a hybrid model. And so my personal focus remains on people. I spend a lot of time talking to our top 200 leaders one-on-one, as well as meeting groups of employees in virtual sessions. One of the things we are driving is the 5 habits. Our big learning is that people don't experience our values, they experience our behaviors. They experience the way things happen, implicitly and explicitly, inside an organization, through which they interpret our values. The 5 habits takes our values closer to our people, as I have discussed personally with over 29,000 of our Wipro colleagues over 96 sessions, spending over 300 hours. We at Wipro believe our story is also deeply connected to our communities. 66% of the economic interest of Wipro is irrevocably pledged for philanthropy through the efforts of the AZIM PREMJI Foundation. And so your company is majority owned by a philanthropic institution. The foundation works tirelessly to create at scale institutionalized changes in the quality of education in India. It also works with vulnerable groups in the areas of health, nutrition, governance, and livelihoods. One of the biggest challenges facing the world today is climate change. We are already witness to its various manifestations. This year, for example, saw the hottest April and May in large parts of North India, while Bangalore saw the rainiest summer in decades. There is a heat wave in Western Europe, wildfires in France and Spain, a drought in Italy, and record-breaking high temperatures in large parts of the US. While it's encouraging to see governments, business, and civil society step up to the challenge, much needs to be done. Wipro's climate change program goes back 15 years and over the years has evolved into a mature yet dynamically responsive set of initiatives. In April of 2021, we announced our goal of achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2040 for all three scopes, that is scope 1, 2, and 3. We have a clear roadmap for the short and medium terms with targets of 100% renewable energy and 100% electric mobility by 2030.
Now, I know that was a long clip, but I couldn't stop them. There's so much more that I could have put in this video. You got to go check it out. The 76th Annual General Meeting has so much information in it. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description box below so you can go check it out. Just continue watching it. You're going to be amazed with everything that they have their hands in. Well, you heard him talk about philanthropy though, right? Well, his dad started in 2001. He founded AZIM PREMJI Foundation. It's a non-profit organization. Now, they do a lot of things. In December 2010, he pledged to donate $2 billion for improving school education in India. He did so many things to help better this world. He's even helping with National Center of Biological Sciences and the Institute for Stem Cell Science and Regenerative Medicine. I did not even know what this was until I started researching this Wipro company. But PREMJI has said that being rich did not thrill him. He became the first Indian to sign up for the Giving Pledge, a campaign led by Warren Buffett and Bill Gates to encourage the wealthiest people to make a commitment to give most of their wealth to philanthropic causes. He is the third non-American after Richard Branson and David Sainsbury to join this club. He says, quote, "I strongly believe that those of us who are privileged to have wealth should contribute significantly to try and create a better world for the millions who are far less privileged." I had to add that in there. I just thought it was cool telling y'all that he did the Giving Pledge and that they're into so many different things. But I wanted to show y'all also the end of this video. I wanted to show you their campus, right? So if you work at Wipro, so many different things available to the employees, to the people who live there, to the people who work there. Let's go check out a couple of their videos. Shout out to the YouTubers who did that. I'm going to leave their links in the description box below. They were super honest, and I'm very grateful for that because I want to know, how is Wipro treating their employees? What do they have to provide for their employees? Are they happy? What's going on? Let's go check it out right now. Now, shout out to this queen right here. Do it with Divya. Go sub to her channel. But this is what video she had to tell us about this campus. Check it out. is more than huge. That place is huge. So many campuses, realizing a more sustainable future, Wipro says on their website. Wipro is helping companies monitor, track, and take action on their environmental impact. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to Spaceship Crypto. Check out Wipro. They are up to so many things. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.